Welcome to Nobody Kicks Out. I'm John the Elder, here with John the Younger.
Yo.
And that's gotta be Kane. And today we are going to start talking about All In. It's at the end of the month. We're all super excited for it. And we're gonna do, it's early still, but we're gonna do some fantasy booking of what we want to happen at All In.
I think that's a good lead in as well. How excited are y'all for All In so far?
So I'm excited for what I'm sure is going to be on it as much as I am what I know is going to be on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're fantasy booking, but a lot of stuff I have on my paper is just stuff that I think the direction AEW is going. Yeah. And I know I sound like an AEW shill when I say that, but they're really on fire right now, right? Yeah. I'm not in my head.
Forbidden Door slowed down the momentum a little bit in my mind, but ever since that, they've been off to the races again. Yeah. Once they unpause that world title scene after Forbidden Door.
Just the whole... Yeah, it's just, I'm ready for it.
And a lot of this will probably be very practical, but feel free to get as wild and out there and crazy as you want with it.
Like if you think Kenny's going to turn heel and join the Don Callis family or
Whole
something.
thing. We're going to get into it.
So let's start with the pre-show.
Okay.
First of all, how many matches for the pre-show you guys think?
I have 3.
3?
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good number.
I have 3 with a bleed in.
I have 2 pre-shows.
I bet there will be a bleed in.
And I bet there will be. I had to decide between the men's casino gauntlet and the women's casino gauntlet, and I just went with the women's.
Yeah, so you want to go ahead?
I can go for it. My pre-show matches are the Brawling Birds versus the Mind Dominion. I think that's obvious.
It is obvious.
The Brawling Birds win.
I'm just pretending like I put that on mine.
I think you open with this to get the crowd hot as well.
Yeah, I think that's a good... Well...
Or not even open the pre-show, you open... I think that'd be your bleeder, right?
I was about to say, that
you
could be your bleeder. You get the ending
of that match on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
With them standing tall.
You could even have the 5 minute... You could have the
minds.
5-minute thing in the background, and like there's only 5 minutes left of the pre-show, and then once the 5 minute runs out, that's whatever it bleeds into the main show. I actually really like that idea.
Yeah. All right, what else do you got?
I got it. The Costco guy. I don't know his name. The Costco guy
who makes the funny face.
Yeah. With versus Chris Jericho in Painmaker attire, and then I put in parentheses whatever. I don't care.
I got bigger plans for Chris Jericho. You're gonna love it.
I don't think I will.
Oh yeah, you will.
And then the other thing I have is the women's casino gauntlet, which I originally had as the bleed in, and I got Kairi Sane winning it. I think that'd be fun.
Interesting. I didn't have a Kairi Sane debut on mine. I'll go through mine really quick because I don't have a lot. I have Tommaso Ciampa versus Bandito for the Ring of Honor world title. And I have Maya World defeating Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. Maya World's been fucking hot right now. She can carry that division. It's time for Athena to move up to the roster and start working her way through those ladies. She just surpassed Roman Reigns' record of holding the world title. I think that's what they really wanted. So it's done. Let's pull the belt off of her and let's make this happen.
I think by All In, I don't remember the difference, but I think by All In, she'll have beat Bruno Sammartino's second run.
Wow, okay,
I believe.
Yeah. So she's in the record books.
Yeah.
So let's get her on the main roster.
I think you're wrong.
Please.
I don't think that'll happen. You'll see with my fantasy booking.
Okay. Yeah. Kane, what do you have for the pre-show?
So yeah, I agree with Divine Dominion versus Brawling Birds. Brawling Birds going over as a bleed-in. I think that's a great choice. Again, get the England crowd hot first thing. I also, I think there's probably going to be like a random multi-man match. I'm not going to say who's in it because I don't necessarily care. It'll be like just a big group multi-man match. Maybe the Costco guys or something. It'll just be a big
conglomeration in the Costco guys versus the War Dogs and
I have some other plans.
And Don Callis C
I have some other plans for that. We'll get there.
No, I think it'll be probably some Ring of Honor guys or just some guys to get them like, on the show and then get them a paycheck and, like I
had the gauntlet matches for that.
Yeah, like as far as the pre-show goes, the only thing that I think really matters is the women's tag.
Yeah. I think there'll be a casino gauntlet on it that will matter. But they might just put that on the main show.
I have the casino gauntlet up high on my card. Yep. We'll get to it.
All right, so...
Or I could do it now. It's up to you guys.
On the main show.
Yep.
But I think what we should start with, because not only do we know this match is happening, but it's when not just us, everyone wanted this match to be on the show.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking forward to this match.
Yes.
It's the men's world title match. Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega. Everyone wants this. Everyone wants a specific ending. As I've seen a lot of people saying, it's the predictable route, but it's the right. route
It's
to
what
go.
they've been building on TV
Yes.
for months now.
I think we all agree this is
That's the
Ospreay's ascension.
That's
Yep.
the main event.
Yep.
Crowning as world champion.
How it happens, though.
Yeah, that's what we're going to discuss. So, fantasy. My voice is cracking. Fantasy booking.
Fantasy booking, Mr. Simpson.
Do you need me to take over? I can.
I'll finish this and I'll let you guys talk. Fantasy booking: Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega for the men's world
Do you
championship.
want to go first? I wonder if ours is the same.
Mine's not very interesting.
Okay, I'll go first then.
Yeah, sure.
And you could be the closer on this one. So, the match, Don Callis strangely comes down for commentary, and everyone in the audience is like, "That's interesting." But once he gets on commentary, he explains that he's scoping this match out for the new international champion. Is that what it is that he holds? That
Yes.
Fletcher has?
Yep.
For the new international champion, Kazuchi Okada, because he plans to challenge for the title in the future. So Don Callis is down here just to watch and see how this all plays out. So Omega and Ospreay is the banger we all expected it to be. It is a back and forth, intense match, but Kenny just can't get the 3 on Ospreay. He's like nailing V triggers. Ospreay's neck he's selling it a little, and you're thinking, man, maybe all this stuff with the Death Riders isn't working. And then Kenny finally lands the one-winged angel, and you're like, oh, it's over. This is going to be it. And Ospreay kicks out at 1.
That's the most
Kicks out
Ospreay
at
shit
1.
I've ever heard.
Omega's distraught at this point. Then suddenly also you hear the sound of a headset being pulled off. And Kenny doesn't know what to do. He's looking at Ospreay. What am I going to do? That's when right in front of Kenny, a screwdriver gets thrown into the ring by Don Callis. Kenny picks up the screwdriver and he looks at it, and he looks like he's going to hesitate, but then he reaches up to use it. Then Marina Shafir jumps on the apron and bites his hand, and he drops it, right? And that has the Callis family's coming out now, which brings the Death Riders out. And it's a crazy brawl at the ring. This is finally coming to the head. We're finally going to get the Death Riders, Don Callis war that we've been waiting for. In the chaos, Kenny picks the screwdriver back up, but Ospreay's recovered and takes his head off with a hidden blade. Boom. Then he does not hesitate for a second and drops Kenny Omega right on his head with the Tiger Driver 99. Anyways, he does it without
91.
hesitation. Kenny takes it
91.
neck first, and Ospreay is the crowned new champion at Wembley. That's what's going to happen.
I think you overbooked this a little bit.
Yeah.
In my mind,
all these title matches have been overbooked since the Death Riders have been involved in it.
yeah, but I think it's better just to let Kenny and Ospreay go.
Yeah.
I think
no
I think you're going to be
interference.
disappointed.
I think there should be no interference in this match.
I think we're going to get all those shenanigans.
no, I think it's a straight up match, and I think that Ospreay is a little bit too brutal, and I think that's the story going into it. Ospreay, you can do the one. I actually really like the one winged angel spot, kick out of 1. You can
Yeah.
do that spot.
I think that's happening.
Yeah.
I think he will kick out of the one winged angel.
I don't know about at 1, but it's
Yeah.
very Ospreay to
I
kick
think
out
that's
at
what they've
1.
been teasing is the 1. That he's going to kick out at 1. Because the Kenny kick out at 1 and the Ospreay
Yeah,
face. I think they've been
yeah,
teasing.
Maybe he will.
But
but
maybe. We'll see.
I think there'll definitely be a one winged angel kick out.
Yeah, I do too. If not a super one winged angel.
So
Yeah.
the biggest differences in my fantasy booking that I did here is that you guys think it's going to be a straight down the middle.
I think you need to. I don't think you need
Yeah.
anything else.
But I
involved
think
in
at the
this.
end, Ospreay hits like
Alright.
legit like 6 hidden blades and then does the Tiger Driver, and it's
Mhm.
like probably in like at the end they're all celebrating and Mox comes out. He holds up Ospreay's hand, does the whole thing. He has the what's that belt called?
Continental.
The Continental
Yeah.
the Continental title around his waist because he defends this earlier in the show. I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
And you can see Mox is still like side eyeing him and like looking at Omega and being like, did you really gotta do all that?
Oh, you think Ospreay even disturbs Moxley with how aggressive he was? Yeah, maybe.
And it's not a big thing. You don't do like a turn on the show or anything, but
Right.
the show closes, Ospreay celebrating, and Mox is just standing in the background,
Kind of like after
looking
he
at him and
celebrates with
looking
him,
at.
he's checking on Kenny
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Like, maybe.
But the only few things that opinions I really have on this one, I don't think there should be any interference.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
And I think this should be Ospreay's moment. I think
Yes.
everything else should be thrown aside.
Yes.
And if you're gonna do storyline stuff, do super subtly, like I'm saying with
Okay.
Mox.
Yes.
Yep.
I think there will be a one winged angel kick out, and
Yes.
Ospreay wins.
Yeah.
I think like you have to have that shot of Ospreay championship held high at Wembley.
Yeah.
like you need that final shot of him just standing.
And I
tall
think
with
the
that
Death
belt.
Riders will be with him no matter what. I just don't know if my storyline of like Moxley being like, you might have went too far here, Ospreay, will come to fruition.
Might be.
I don't know that the Death Riders would get involved. I think like them not getting involved unless the Don Callis family gets involved would be if you're going to have interference.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the match, like they're going to come out and celebrate it with him, like throw him on their shoulders.
I don't think for a second.
Claudio could do that by himself.
I don't think for a second time at Wembley, Ospreay needs to have his neck broken in front of everybody or be murdered. Again,
that was at Texas last year, wasn't it? Wembley.
Oh, it was okay. It was at Texas. Sorry.
Yeah, it was All In, but it was Texas.
Y'all want to move on to the next match? The way I have next is the international title because I think that's pretty obvious as well.
Let's go down international.
Well, like I said, Okada just is going to win this match.
What match?
The international championship match. It's going to be Kyle Fletcher versus Konosuke Takeshita versus Okada in a triple threat. Does everyone have that?
Yes.
Yeah. I figured so. So, but my version of it, here's what I want to happen. The Don Callis family interfere and are getting involved, and you think it's at the behest of Fletcher and Okada. But Fletcher and Okada are also kind of turning on each other. And then Fletcher drops Okada on his head on the outside, much to Don Callis' dismay, and asking him not to, with a brainbuster. This sends out the boys, and Okada wins due to Don Callis interference, or Don Callis family interference. The match ends in a shot of Okada holding the international title above his head, while Fletcher and Takeshita are holding each other, cradling each other, like a Renaissance painting with the Don Callis family celebrating above them. That's what I have for the end of this match.
I have Takeshita winning.
Oh,
I think you need to free up both Okada and Fletcher for future programs with Will Ospreay. So you might as well put the belt on
That's why
Takeshita.
I put Okada. That's why they use the excuses like that he's out there for Okada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I honestly want all three of these men to be in the world title picture over the next year. So I don't necessarily care where the belt goes because I think it needs to be off of the three of them by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't think you should have another reason I don't think you should have a lot of interference in the main event because this one is going to be interference heavy.
Yes.
The Don Callis family is going to be involved here. I don't think you need to play that back later in the night either.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Don Callis picks a favorite here as well.
Yeah, am I the only one that doesn't have a Fletcher face turn? Nobody?
No, I don't.
I don't think so.
I think it's too early. And you want to do that feud with Ospreay at some point.
I just think you pair those two hunks together and put them in the tag division and a stacked tag division.
The tag division is almost too long. There's
we'll get to
that. Yeah. All right, so let's jump over to the Continental Championship.
That one is Mox, right?
That's Mox's.
I don't have Mox defending.
I
have
do.
something else for him.
I have Swerve versus Moxley for the Continental Championship.
Interesting, because I have Swerve somewhere else. Okay.
I think that's great because I think that sets up Page versus Swerve for that title.
I have a whole other thing.
Well, that was my problem. I think at some point you probably have Swerve take this title off of him, but not yet. I think you want to do Moxley versus Will Ospreay at Oilers. Never mind.
I think he just holds it. I think he just holds it until the next tournament, and it's irrelevant whether or not he defends it on this card. Do you want me to run down what I have Mox doing on the show?
Yeah, sure.
I've got the Death Riders and the Dogs because they've been hanging out together recently. And Gabe Kidd is the connection, the tangible connection between the two. And even though he's stuck in Japan, I'm sure it's a lot easier to get over to the UK with visa issues.
He's from the UK.
Yeah, so he'll just easily be able to be there.
Yeah.
Versus the Bang Bang Gang and the Conglomeration in a Stadium Stampede match. Oh, God.
That would be great.
Yeah, plunder from hell, man. That's what I think's going to happen.
That I actually like that idea as a multi-man match. I don't know if it'd be Stadium Stampede, but I think that would be a good. Yeah, you have what?
Mox going over Swerve, yeah, for the title.
Honestly, I didn't think about this one that much.
Well, it's hard to because Mox's thing has just been, I'm just going to have a banger.
Yeah. But I do think maybe putting it on Hangman would be a good way to make it a real secondary title.
Yeah.
Since he can't challenge for the World Championship, going to the Continental one, I think would be a good thing.
The problem is I have Hangman somewhere else doing something else on this card.
Okay. Well, now let's get to the. All right, then let's move on to the TNT.
Mine's pretty straight-laced. I think I should probably open. Mine's just Kevin Knight and Speedball. Kevin Knight wins. And they continue the storyline of Speedball trying to pull him out of the Don Callis family and bring back his humanity.
I think you're wrong. I don't think we're saving that for a different show.
I agree with the match, disagree with the outcome. I think Speedball wins it.
I don't think it matters much who wins. I think
Well, I think
I'm just prolonging the storyline. I think it'll probably go like
You guys are
6-7
betting
months.
something.
I think they're taking it off Knight because they put the belt on him to give a little bit of a push, but I don't think they want him in the mid card for too much longer. He's going higher, I think, in the next year, and I think they're going to take that belt off of him too.
Then I would say that is too soon if they do that.
So, Kevin Knight has been showing that he's very conflicted about being in Don Callis family. His facial expressions, everything. Kenny Omega had the speech with him in between this better promo with Will Ospreay, which is a weird way to build a match, but okay. But and then we had Speedball again, even after Knight has beat the hell out of him, come back and be like, "I believe in you still. You're going to be a good person."
Yeah, they're doing the Naruto Sasuke.
But then you had Mox say something very interesting when Darby comes to yell at Kenny, "Stop trying to talk to Knight. The only way that you could get through to someone like Kevin Knight is to beat it out of him." Mox comes up and says, "You know, you're right. Some people are who they are." Now, we could debate on who Mox is talking about there, like in the storylines right now. But I think they're speedrunning Kevin Knight having a redemption angle. I think it's too much too soon, but we'll see how it goes. But I think he faces Darby Allin at Wembley, and Darby Allin does that, beats him, and wins the TNT title. But I think it'll be a stipulation. It'll be a plunger match. And
well, I think I want to talk about your over pushing of Kevin Knight for a second.
Yeah, I just feel like they're speedrunning a redemption angle with him.
No, I think he's in the exact spot that Kyle Fletcher was a year ago. I think that's what the rub that they're giving him here.
Yeah,
I think he's just going to
like,
lose to Kenny.
But
and
yeah,
it's not
Fletcher
a big deal.
leaned into being a heel. His Knight's whole thing is he constantly looks like he really is questioning going into the Don Callis family and whether or not that was good for him. And then he says that, no, this is who I am. But then Speedball will talk to him and he'll look like kind of conflicted before doubling back down to being a heel.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going back into the character of a heel, and that's not who he truly is. And I could be reading his facial expressions. Maybe he's just a bad actor and nervous. I don't know. But that's what I'm reading from it.
Well, no, I agree. I think that's the intention they're going for. I just think this is a 6-month, 7-month long storyline.
You think this is just starting?
Yeah.
And that we're going to draw this out a little more? It just seems like to me they've been speedrunning it a little.
And I think the end will come whenever Speedball beats him for the title, and that's what'll drag him out of the evilness or whatever.
Okay.
Like, if they do, like, Speedball wins by being honorable, and I think that's a good story to tell.
Well, I have another title match on the show.
Which is it?
ROH.
But you said that was part of the pre-show, right?
No, this is the main.
No, that was my pre-show. Was
all right, well,
and
then
Bandito.
do that.
It's Hangman and Bandito.
For the Ring of Honor World title.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Bandito wins. Because I think you need him to get a win. He's been losing a lot. And he is your world champion of ROH.
But is Hangman the type of character who would be like, well, technically it's not the AEW World Championship?
I just think it would be a banger.
I have better booking for Hangman.
Yeah.
But let's not get... I want to save that one for later because I have a whole big thing booked for Hangman.
All right, so miscellaneous matches. Anything else on the that you guys want to see on the card?
I have Andrade El Idolo versus MJF for the National Championship / Dynamite Diamond Ring. At this point, Andrade will be champion.
National Championship?
Yes.
Yep, he's gonna, and it'll be MJF that he takes on, and MJF will win the match, winning the National Championship and his Dynamite Diamond Ring back, so we could have our good old heel back with his cheating to have his fist back.
I agree with you on almost every single front except the winner. I think Andrade desperately needs the win here. I think he's a good challenger for Will Ospreay as well.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I just think it's... And Andrade probably deserves...
So is Max. But
Andrade's been tied up with the Don Callis family
kind of useless. I agree with my booking.
Well, if you want to give the national title some value, put it on Max. Because he'll be out there like explaining why it's better than the World Championship. You know, why he...
Yeah. Okay, I don't have anything else in miscellaneous except for my Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal that I booked. John, what do you have?
I think that is it for me as well.
Where do you guys have Hangman on the show?
I'm about to book Hangman.
I have Hangman versus Bandito.
You did, but where do you have it?
I have my thing I'm about to do. My Casino Gauntlet.
Your Casino Gauntlet?
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Buckle in, boys, because this is a long story.
Okay.
On the Dynamites and Collision leading into All In, we see Hangman win some matches here and there. But after every match, there's backstage segments where friends from like the past and present come up to him and tell him that he should go back on his word. The Young Bucks are like, man, that's a bullshit thing. You know, you don't have to listen to MJF. Kenny Omega does it. The Dark Order even make a quick appearance to be like, come on, Hangman, this isn't you. You don't have to follow this. And Hangman constantly says the same thing. I'm a man of my word. I'm going to honor the stipulation. We even have Speedball come in about how like there's no honor in anything Max says in that Speedball voice.
Yeah.
Hangman, and Hangman's still like, no, man, of my word. But Hangman's is growing more frustrated every time he has to have this conversation with somebody. So then one of the people that come up to Hangman, again, this is happening sporadically throughout this whole story. People are coming up and talk to him. Then MJF comes up to him backstage. He tells Hangman to drop the righteous bullshit and just challenge for the title. He runs down all the heinous things that Hangman has done all throughout his career. The staples, the hangings, the burning down of houses. And Max tells Hangman that even if he's a man of his word, he'll never be a good guy. So just give up on it. Hangman stands there and takes it. He looks conflicted. He looks upset. And he just kind of looks down. Then on the next Dynamite, Swerve Strickland calls out Hangman. And a promo throwback, like to where, remember whenever he calls him out and says he's complacent? This time he calls him out and says he can't believe he ever looked at Hangman as his biggest rival. This man is weak. When without the fire of challenging for the world title, he's nothing to him now. This causes Hangman to finally snap. He attacks Swerve. The two brawl until Hangman gets the upper hand and leaves Swerve a bloody mess. Hangman looks at the blood on his hands and storms to the back. Renee catches up with them, where in anger he announces that he will enter the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal. And when he wins, he will challenge for, then he hesitates, and he looks at the blood on his hands and says, the national title, and the crowd rains down boos. 2 weeks before All In, Swerve beats Chris Jericho to earn the #1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal. After the match, Swerve gets on the mic and says Hangman is a coward, and he's scared, and he's hiding behind his made-up stipulation. He says that he's going to treat his old rival like the coward that he is, and if Hangman will never challenge for the world title again, then he'll make sure he never challenges for any title ever again, throwing back to Hangman. Again, saying that he'll make sure Swerve never challenges for the world title. On the same Dynamite, Hang beats Speedball Mike Bailey for the #2 spot in the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal, but he does so in like a really fucking mean fashion. Like he's unnecessarily brutal with Speedball. All right, finally, we get to All In. It's Swerve and Hangman in the Casino Gauntlet, and they're wrestling each other like they want to kill each other at the start of the match. Eventually, there's people piling in the ring as they're just focused on each other. Eventually, Hangman takes out Swerve on the outside with a dead eye, and now Swerve is pouring blood. While they're battling, of course, the ring is filling up, and this is like the most star-studded Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal. We got Chris Jericho, Brody King, Speedball, Ricochet, the Hurt Business. They're all out here fighting for a chance at the title.
Oh my god, dude. Please have Chris Jericho in the Battle Royal. Please, bro.
Speedball takes Ricochet's head off with a kick and looks like he may win, but then out of nowhere, Hangman hits a buckshot lariat on Speedball. But before he can go for the pin, Swerve hits Hangman with the chain wrapped around his fist. Jericho enters the ring. He looks at Swerve. He looks at Hangman, and Swerve just presents Hangman to him. Jericho hits the lion salt and pins Adam Page to earn a shot at the world title. While Swerve, covered in blood, just smiles and laughs.
You gotta die.
Book it.
you gotta die.
Chris
Jericho in a world title match in 2026. The Jericho thing was just to piss you off,
but the rest of the story is how you get Hangman to be booed and how you get Hangman back in the title picture and get Swerve back involved for a hell of a blood feud between the two.
It's too soon for Hangman to be back in the title picture.
He wouldn't be back in the title picture. He loses.
That's what you just said. To turn him heel to get him back in the title picture.
No. He's not heel yet. We're building to that with him and Swerve still.
It's still
a Swerve match. This is still a Swerve feud leading in for another pay-per-view.
I don't hate it. Except for the Jericho stuff. I hate that.
The Jericho stuff has to stay. It's important to the story.
You're going to do Ospreay and Jericho all out?
No. Because the Casino Gauntlet winners after All In usually just get like a pay-per-view match. Or not a Dynamite match, usually. It's usually like a one-off. Because someone that wins the Casino Gauntlet is usually like a Speedball Mike Bailey. It's usually not a big star. Hangman's won it before, but usually it's just like a one-off thing. Right? Am I mistaken?
Who won last year? Kyle Fletcher won last year, right? Because they did Kyle Fletcher and Hangman at All Out.
They did. But it's not always a guaranteed All Out.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just do like a quick one-off or something like that.
It's way too soon to have a Hangman even... It needs to be minimum a year before Hangman even starts his trajectory to going after the world title again.
I think this is trajectory starting with the Swerve feud and getting back
you gotta wait
feud.
For the stipulation to mean anything, you have to wait. You have to give it a good amount of time before it.
But again, he said he wasn't going to go for the world title if he won the Casino Gauntlet. He said he would go for the national title.
I like your a lot of shades of gray in it. And I thought about doing Swerve and Hangman at the Casino Gauntlet, but I was like, that feels too small time, which is why I gave them each a match
But
on the
it
card.
wouldn't be small time if they booked it right, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think Hangman going. Honestly, I think like I didn't think about the national title much, but I think like Hangman Mox for the national title or the Continental Championship.
Yeah, I think John said that earlier.
No, I have
Swerve
Mox
and
and
Mox,
Swerve. Yeah.
I think Hangman's probably going to win one of the undercard titles.
Yeah,
probably.
Well. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a TNT run out of it, to be honest with you.
Disgusting.
Yeah. That would make him a. Well, no, he wouldn't be a Grand
I'm
Slam.
ready for
He'd be a Triple
Hangman to
Crown.
be in a major feud with some blood ties to it. Swerve's not doing anything. Hangman's not doing anything.
Yeah,
feels like a match made in
But
heaven.
I feel like are we ready to run back Swerve and Hangman already?
Well, I was going to just have that as a singles match on my card.
I think that's the more realistic option.
That's what I was
gonna
going to
happen.
do. But my thing was like that's a month build. That's not long enough.
But
You
I still think
can't.
that's the thing that they might end up doing.
Yeah, I do as
just
well.
to get
I
that
don't think
big
it's-
match on
I
the
don't think it's
card. One more
impossible.
huge match. Get Swerve and Hangman 4.
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
It's a possibility.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility either. My men's Casino Gauntlet winner is a lot more simple. I have John Moxley winning it. He does double duty on the night, wins both of his matches. You build Swerve and Moxley it all out, which is why I set up the stuff at the end where it's like Mox is looking at him being like, hey, you probably went too far, and now Moxley has to kill the monster he created, and that's the gimmick.
Ospreay and Mox.
He doesn't in my fantasy world, by the way. Will Ospreay wins.
Yeah.
And Mox finally gets that time off that he's been asking for. And it gives a chance for other Death Rider guys to step up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate Marina Shafir. Even. Marina Shafir has grown on me so heavy.
Yeah, that's
I
why I
wouldn't even
booked
hate
her in a
her being
prominent role in the main event.
Yeah.
I loved her.
I wouldn't hate her to become the new leader. I was big on Claudio doing it, but like, Marina's cool.
Very excited for All In this year.
Yeah.
We only have like one match guaranteed so far, but I'm.
I
very
think the
excited
card
for
is filling out though. with
It'll
the
fill out
matches, I
quick.
think.
Yeah.
That's in the next.
Yeah, I'm excited about the people we could potentially have on that card.
If it
Sheamus.
goes,
He won't be free.
he could be
then.
in the Casino Gauntlet, dead ass though.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think
I don't
that's
think he's free, but
impossible.
I don't know the details of that
I don't
contract.
think he's
or
free
how
till
he
about
got
October.
released.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be till October if it's the typical release. That
One thing AEW doesn't do when they're debuting people, they don't tease them ahead of time. Usually,
Yes.
they just kind of show up or they
For
get
detriment
announced.
and for better.
Yeah, I think doing some teasing with the New Day might be a good idea. But again, I think having them and the Young Bucks do a promo on Dynamite before All In, like, how do you not do that?
yeah, I see. What
I don't even know. Well, that's my thing. I don't even know if you have them show up. I think they're big enough stars that just, and them not showing up till Wembley would be huge.
But don't you want your ratings going into All In to be strong?
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, we've really been looking forward to this since before Forbidden Door.
Yeah,
yeah.
Forbidden Door and Redemption are just kind of like, okay, come on, get over with. Let's get to the good stuff.
Redemption is roadblock.
Yeah, this is going to be like
This is fast lane.
it's going to be like 8 hours of good wrestling.
It starts at 3:00. Oh my god, we can
I know.
it'll end by like 10.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to Nobody Kicks Out. Like, share, and subscribe. And we are heading into All In season, so we're gonna have a ton of All In content. We're just gonna keep churning it out as quickly as we can. That's gonna be like our main focus on all of our content for like the next month. So stay tuned, stick around. Like I said, subscribe so you don't miss anything. Make sure to comment. You know what you think should happen at All In. Book it. We'll read it. We'll argue with you. We'll tell you if it's good or not. John the Younger.
Bye.